All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're tackling one of the most useful tools in English, the present continuous tense. We're going to figure out what it is, how to build it, and exactly when to use it so you sound like a total pro. Let's dive in.
So let me just start with a quick question for you. What are you doing right now? Well, you are watching this explainer, and hopefully you are learning something new. See what I did there? You're already using this tense without even thinking about it. And that, right there, is the key to understanding the whole thing.
Okay, first things first, let's look at the core formula. Seriously, think of it like a super simple recipe, a structure that once you get the hang of it, works every single time. So let's break down the ingredients. So what is it really? Well, the present continuous is all about actions that are in progress. It's the tense of now. It's not about stuff that happened yesterday or what might happen tomorrow. It's all about what's going on in and around this very moment. And here is that recipe I was talking about. It's an easy three-step deal. First, you grab your subject, the person or thing doing the action. Second, you pop in the right form of the verb to be. That's going to be am, is, or are. And for the final step, you just slap an ing on the end of your main verb. That's it. Subject, to be, verb ing. Let's see this recipe in the wild. Here we have our subject, I. The to-be verb that goes with it is am, and our main verb, drive, gets that ing added to it, so it becomes driving. Put it all together, I am driving. A perfect, simple example of that formula at work. Okay, so we know how to build the tense. That's half the battle. But what's just as important, if not more, is knowing when and why you should use it. The formula is the tool, right? But now we're going to learn how to actually use that tool correctly in a real conversation. So the present continuous basically has two main jobs. The first, and most obvious one, is for an action that's happening right now, at this exact moment. But its second job is to describe a temporary situation, something that's happening around the present, but maybe not at this very second. Here is a perfect example of that first job. She is studying at the moment. What does that mean? It means the action is happening right now. If you were to call her, she'd probably say she's busy. The action is literally in progress as we speak. And here's that second job in action, the temporary situation. Now, Shanzay might not be sitting in a classroom this very second. Maybe she's watching TV or making dinner. But the action of taking night classes is a temporary state for her that's true for this month. So the big takeaway here is that the tense can cover an ongoing but still limited period of time. Awesome. We've covered how to build it and when to use it. Now for the final piece of the puzzle, how to easily switch things up to make negative statements and ask questions. And trust me, this part is a piece of cake. So making a negative sentence is ridiculously easy. You just add one little word, not, and you put it right after the to be verb. So she is working becomes she is not working. Simple as that. The rest of the sentence doesn't change at all. Okay, let's go back to our positive statement. She is working. Pay close attention to the order. Subject, which is she, then the to be verb, which is. Now watch what happens when we want to turn this into a question. And here's the magic trick. To ask a question, you just flip the subject and the to be verb. That's it. She is becomes is she. That simple little switch is all it takes to go from a statement to a question. So let's do a super quick recap of your new toolkit. The formula is to be plus a verb with ing. You use it for actions happening right now or for temporary situations. To make it negative, just add not. And to ask a question, you just flip the subject and the to be verb. That's the whole shebang. You've got this. And that's our breakdown of the present continuous. We've seen the formula, its two big jobs, and how to switch it up. So the final question is for you. Now that you know the formula, what are you thinking about right now? See, you can't help but use it. Thanks for watching.